Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real
Deep
Fake.
Sports
Yeah,
with your
baby.
hosts, Mike and Eric.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to week 2 of our podcast.
Week 2 of our podcast and week 5 of the NFL season. So it's
Five
nice
or
that we
six, I
got
don't
them
know.
to match up.
Yeah.
Uh, but since our last podcast, there's actually been 2 games. So, a lot has happened. We've had our ups and downs, but I think we're still optimistic about the Bears. They lost one to the Colts, and then they won one against Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. What'd you
What's
think?
the favorite thing?
Well, had you watched the game on Thursday night,
Oh,
you would
fourth
have
down, right?
seen,
No, I
yes.
watched it.
At the end of the game, the Bears defensive line got in his head so bad that he forgot that it was fourth down and the game was pretty much over. And he was
It's
like,
a, it's a thing of beauty. I'm excited about it. A lot's going on this last week. Somehow, some way, the Bears are still winning. I don't get it because the team's not very good, but yet their record would disagree with me. So I don't know how to
they
feel, Eric.
find a way to win, you know? And I
They're like
think,
COVID. They
yeah,
just find a way.
they, despite all odds, and I feel like with COVID, Donald Trump was like, the Colts, they couldn't find a way that week, but, the next week they went out there and they played their game and they won.
And good things happen.
Good things happen. And, after the Colts game, I was a little bit down because it was hard seeing the offense do nothing. Then they came back and they did still not that great, but they won. So, and you saw glimmers of hope from BDN, aka Nick
What is that short
Foles.
for? I'm not.
Uh,
Can you enlighten us in the crowd?
I believe it's Big Dick Nick. That's what they
Oh
call him.
my. Oh
Yeah,
my. Heavens to
you want?
Betsy.
I know. I usually don't like to make those kind of jokes on this podcast because it's a family-friendly
It's a
affair
family
usually.
cast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Got a lot
I
of
thought,
10s and 12-year-olds.
but yeah, I came up with that BDN thing, and I thought
That's pretty
I'll
cool,
say it.
man.
Yeah,
You should put that on a t-shirt or something.
I've been thinking about it. And this whole COVID thing has been affecting, not only families but also NFL teams across this great nation.
Yes.
So we got the Bears they had a practice squad rookie lineman that got it, but luckily for us, he wasn't with the team, so hopefully it won't spread. But there's other teams out there, down there in the South, Tennessee,
Oof. Let's
just
not talk about
getting at
Tennessee.
it.
Every other
Yeah,
day, there's so many head coaches. I mean, what are these guys making out with each other, Eric? Not that there's
it's kind
anything
of
wrong with
weird.
that.
Yeah, we're cool with that, gay pride and all that. But in the locker room, you got to have a sense of professionalism, and it's just
Yes,
not the place for it,
it's
I think.
not. Keep your hands to yourself. Social
You
distance.
know,
Wear masks.
whatever happens in the shower, that's different.
That's different.
It's like Vegas.
What stays in the showers? What happens in the shower? What
There you
happens
go.
in the showers stays in the showers.
And I'm glad we got on the topic of COVID because we have a specialist in that
Oh, I was
area.
hoping because I have a lot of questions about the whole situation dealing with, I mean, the NFL, of course, but on a wider scale, like what's going on,
Yeah. And this
what's
guy's
new.
real knowledgeable. You could ask him all sorts of questions about
I'm excited.
the field of medicine. And he also has, a few tips. So without further ado, let me get Dr. Anthony Fauci on the line for you.
I'm excited for this one. Let's, Mr. Fauci.
Mike, how you doing?
It's an honor and a pleasure to have you on the cast.
Of course, honor's
You're
all
very.
mine.
It's a pleasure. Love love your work. I mean, you put up with so much from this president.
Of course,
Uh,
same goes out to you, Mike. You guys put up with a lot on your podcast, and I'm just here to clear things up.
yeah, let's get into it. Let's there's a lot to go on, but let's stick to sports and in particular the NFL. What are some things that we should be doing so that we don't spread this virus?
Great question, Mike. Well, the NFL, a lot of these guys, they go out there in the locker room, they're not wearing a mask. And I tell you what,
Right.
these locker rooms, I've been in there, not the greatest ventilation. So, they're not social distancing, they're touching each other, where they shouldn't be, first of all, but that's another thing. And, they're
Anthony,
not washing their hands.
no,
And
they're not. I mean, it's an issue.
I was just gonna say they're not washing their hands, they're not wearing their masks, and they think they're invincible out there. And we see they're not washing their hands. They're not wearing masks, and in an enclosed environment, Mike, your chances of spreading it to your teammates are very high, and you can have it for several days and not even know that you have it, and you're spreading it, and it's not good.
Anthony, I have a couple rumors I want to run past you.
Of course.
There's a lot
Hit
of
me.
horseplay. There's a lot of horseplay in the locker room. Um,
Oh yeah,
Having each other's
tons.
junk and what have you. Is that something that can spread the virus?
Well, of
Touching
course.
each
I
other's
mean, when you say junk, I'm sorry, you mean
touching each other's no spots.
gotcha. Yeah, that's definitely something you want to stay away from,
Okay.
because the genitals, they are they can get sweaty when you're out there playing your game,
Right.
and sweat is it's a substance that will transmit disease. And when you're touching each other down there,
Anthony, are you okay? Is there something wrong?
I'm sorry, Mike. It just it's it gets me emotional because I want these guys to play, but they're horse playing out there, and they spread it to their families, and
Right.
my heart
Yes.
goes out to them. And it sounds like I'm laughing, but I'm really not. It's just kind of a weird tick that I have when I
Of
get too
course,
emotional.
totally understandable. Don't fret, Anthony. We could always edit that stuff out too. So probably not going to do it, but still, yeah.
Yeah. No, whatever you want to do, full creative control goes to you guys, of course. I'm just Anthony Fauci, not like I mind.
That's Doctor
But
Anthony Fauci to you.
call me Andy. Ant.
All right, and uh, what do you see? Like, is this going to take a long time, or is this something that's going to be over tomorrow?
Nope. It's not gonna be over tomorrow. Until there's a vaccine, you're gonna see the numbers go way up, Mike, especially in the winter and fall. Everyone's going to be inside. So you're going to see those numbers, much like the flu season, they're going to skyrocket a bit. And I don't think people are ready for that. But, you know, I, I have to go out there and spread good information and not,
I thought you were going to say
disinformation.
play your
We got to go
game,
out there.
but
Well, I have to go out there and play my game, of of course. That goes without saying. But, I did want to give you a couple facts about coronavirus.
Let's
Just
get into it.
first of all, I kind of touched on this already, but coronavirus is going to get worse in the fall. And, I just want to reiterate that fact.
Yes, you said that, Ant.
Thanks for reminding me. The coronavirus, the curve never went down. Like, a lot of people are thinking that we went past the curve. We're not curvaceous anymore. Everything's fine. But
Is
the fact of the
that a technical term or
that's a medical
curvaceous?
term.
Okay.
You can
All
read it
right.
in the DSM if you
No,
want.
I
But
trust you. I don't have a medical degree, so I'm a
it,
peasant. So
no,
I'm just here to
no, no,
learn
no,
and
Mike.
listen.
You're a great podcaster. We love what you're doing over there. We want you to
Oh
keep
my
doing it.
God.
Okay.
Thank you, man.
Another
Thank you.
thing, the events can really spread. Spread it. They're really much more super spread at events than super spread of people. And what I mean when I say that, Mike, is when the Dolphins are allowed to have a full stadium now. I don't know if you knew that, but that is a real
Oh,
disaster waiting to happen, Mike. When you have 75,000 people in one small area, it's going to spread.
what
And
if everyone wears masks and doesn't touch each other's junk?
that's a good question. If everyone's wearing their mask and they're not taking it down to take a sip of the old brewski, I think
Yes.
you're going to be okay. But in general, people don't do that because they're kind of fucking stupid sometimes. Excuse
Whoa,
my
Ant.
language. I'm just getting kind of fed up with some of this stuff, so I
Let it
apologize.
out, man. Hey, let it
Uh,
out. You can be candid here.
but when people aren't wearing their masks, it's gonna spread, and that's all there is to it, Mike.
Now, is
So
there a mask we could be wearing for our downstairs area?
uh, so the thing about that, good question, and excuse me. Hopefully you don't have anything because I heard you cough just there. But
I'm
for
good.
down there, the thing about the genitalia region is it doesn't, really breathe. So as long as you're
Right.
wearing underwear and pants, you're gonna be fine. And you just don't want, like we said, anyone playing around down there who shouldn't be, like your wife or whatnot.
Yes, of course.
And
Anthony, go
go
ahead. I'm
ahead.
sorry. I keep interrupting you.
No, no, no. I was just gonna say, my parking, I need to get it validated, so I've only got a few more minutes here.
Yeah. What are you looking for? You a big NFL guy or?
Oh yeah, I'm a big Redskins fan.
Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Oh,
whoa, whoa.
I'm a big Washington football team fan.
Thank
Sorry
you.
about that.
Thank you.
Um, you caught me there.
Hey,
um,
I'm not trying to throw out gotcha questions here, okay? I just
I
want to make
understand.
sure no one comes to cancel you, if
No,
you will.
no, yeah, it's just like they've been called the Redskins for so long. It just slipped out.
Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. Say the R word, please.
Native Americans. Um,
Thank you.
so I'm a big fan. I think they benched Dwayne Haskins, and he was kind of getting full of himself there, thinking he didn't have to, put in the work. And I'm glad to see
Right.
Alex Smith back there. And he's a guy. He's not out there, in the locker rooms touching things he shouldn't. And I think he's one of the safer guys. And I just hope they can win this week. They've got a tough one, but you know,
Anthony, it seems as if you're gauging someone's like if they're like a good NFL player by if they're not spreading COVID, but that doesn't really have a lot to do with football. Now, I feel
well,
like
Mike,
everything's in a
hold on there. Hold on. It's like my guy John Fox used to say, the best ability is availability. Okay, so if you can't play the game, you
Right.
can't win. It's as simple as that. You look at the Titans, an awful team, god awful team. 24 players got the COVID, they got the flu, and look at them. Look at how they're struggling. They can't even get a game in, and they might have to forfeit. So,
Yeah, it's not looking great over there. I mean, if I'm a fan of that
and
team, I feel
if
terrible
I
for
could
them.
just go over my, I have my own power rankings, the
Oh,
COVID power rankings. If you want me to go through them, I can. I don't
yeah.
have to go through
Yeah, that's something
32,
I'm
but
very interested in. Yeah, give me your top 5 to 10 if you have that available.
so my top 5, number 1, of course, uh, these guys are doing their best to not spread COVID, and they're up there in Seattle. And my guy Russell Wilson, he believes in science. He's a
Let Russ
great
cook.
person. Let him cook, as long as he's not cooking with COVID. uh
Good one, Ant. Good one.
Thanks. Number 2, we've got these guys. They're, the Chicago Bears. They did have one guy, but he was on the practice squad, probably messing around where he shouldn't be. And as for their 53-man roster, they're wearing their masks, they're doing everything they're supposed to, and I just think that's great. And then number 3, we've got the Indianapolis Colts. Number 4, we've got the not the Titans, I'll tell you that much. We got the
Good
New
one,
York
Ant.
Jets. And then number 5, we have the good old Miami Dolphins. And that
Okay.
rounds out
Ant,
my list. As I said, I'm running low on time, Mike. I appreciate everything, but
Anthony, thank you. Hey, you're
I've got
always
it.
welcome here. Everyone come
Oh,
back,
and
please.
I will send you my personal phone number in case you guys ever just want to give me a call, see what's going on, got any
Oh my God,
questions.
thank you.
All right, have a good one.
Hey, have a great Sunday.
You too, buddy. Go Washington football team. Hey.
Nice. And that was the only one and only Anthony Gabagool Fauci. Um, what a great guy. He's such a
Guy
nice
is
sweetheart.
he's very sweet, He doesn't think he's above anyone, and I think that's swell.
Yeah, no, I agree too. What a great human being, and I think we're better for him.
Yeah.
And better as a humanity for having a person like that on our squad goals.
Yeah. Hashtag squad goals with Anthony Fauci. Um, you know, with all these positive COVID things, it's just hard to focus on football sometimes, Mike.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But, you know, what do you think of the Titans? Are they going to be able to get over this thing? What's going to happen? Because they just keep having positive cases, and it might jeopardize their season.
It doesn't look like it, Eric. This looks bad. If I'm a Titan fan, I start looking for another team. These guys aren't
Yeah.
going to be playing anytime soon. Any chance they get someone, it's almost like they're doing it on purpose at this point.
Oh,
And
definitely.
I'm pretty angry. As a fan of the NFL, I just want to see this schedule uh, do right by us and by the NFL. And
Yeah. No, I couldn't
I'm
agree
angry,
more.
Eric.
I
I know
could
I'm
tell
laughing,
you're
but
fuming.
I'm fuming. I'm hot, brother. This is not good.
I don't know
And
if
I just
you're,
want to see a Super. I want my Super Bowl party, Eric. Give it to me, okay?
and
And if the
I
Titans
want to
mess
see
that
the
up,
best. I want to see the best teams out there. And if the Titans are one of the best teams, they shouldn't blow it by going out there and partying or practicing with each other when they shouldn't be. I know they're just trying to win and stay competitive, but you got to be safe.
you gotta be safe, Eric,
And
especially
I
in
don't
these
know,
trying times.
I don't know
And I
if,
know a lot of the Titans guys are coming out and they're talking about, oh, it's only killing grandma. Well, you know what? It's not. And this is a serious matter, and we all have to
yeah.
do our part.
Yeah, it's so true, Mike. And, I don't know if you're comfortable with this, but would you feel comfortable, maybe saying that to Mike Vrabel to his face and just kind of
Oh yeah.
being
Oh
honest with
yeah.
him?
If we can get Vrabel on, I would love it. I have some things to say to that guy. He's ruining my NFL, and I'm up to here with it
Oh, me
here.
too. Let's see if we can get him on the line. I'm going to give him a call.
Yeah, give him a call. Let's see what we can
We have the
do.
same agent, so
Okay,
he gave me
perfect.
his number. What's up? How's it going?
Hey, Mr. Vrabel, how are you?
Good, good.
What's going on with your team right now? Because it's
What do
not
you mean?
looking too hot. It's just you guys are ruining the NFL. Uh,
How so? We're being
uh,
safe.
okay, but why are people still getting COVID at this time? If you're being so safe,
I chalk it up to bad luck.
that's bad luck. I mean, you've had way more COVID cases than absolutely anybody else in the NFL.
Okay. We're going out there. We're wearing masks. We got half the guys in the locker room wearing masks. That means we could cut down the numbers 50%. So that's just basic math right there. And, another thing we're doing is we're only doing showers at half capacity. So, we're doing our best. I'm sorry if it's not good enough for, some of you left wingers.
Hey, whoa,
But,
whoa, whoa, whoa.
but,
I'm not a left winger, but let's keep the politics out of this, okay? Because are you guys wearing anything in your downstairs area or?
we wear the jocks. We wear 2 jock straps during practice, and
Okay,
we think that's going to help a lot. We got our guys, keeping their hands where they're supposed to be,
good.
and that's a big rule. Ever since the outbreak, we're saying, hands to yourself, shower, keep them down to 5 minutes
Is it
because
true after the NFL told you guys not to practice together, you went to a local high school and you practiced there?
well, yes, we did. We actually did that. But we're just trying to get some practice in, and we're professionals out there. We're trying to win
That doesn't
games.
sound very professional, Mike. I mean, you could have possibly killed somebody, and that's something that you're gonna have to live with for the rest of your life.
Uh, you know, uh, it's hard because you want to go out there and you want to play your game, but we got Roger
Here
Goodell.
we go.
We got Roger Goodell telling us, hey, don't go out there and play your game. Be home and be with your kids and your wife, and we want to be out there playing our game, doing what
Right.
we want to do, winning.
You said that. And what is don't you feel like you have to change the way your game is played? And by that I mean be more safe, and like when the NFL tells you not to do
We're
something, you
being
listen.
safe. We're being safe. I told you about the 2 jock straps and the half masks.
Mike, a half mask it isn't cutting it, my friend. You gotta wear everyone's gotta wear one. I mean,
We
like for
wear the
instance,
masks
right
over
now,
our mouths.
Mike, for instance, right now, you're not wearing a mask.
It's how am I supposed to breathe with that thing? It's ridiculous. Like I'm
This
talking
is
to
what
my wife. What am I supposed to wear a mask to kiss my wife? That's
yes,
absurd.
Mike.
Out there in Nashville, we love to play music, and what are we supposed to go to concerts and the singers wearing a mask?
I mean,
No,
it wouldn't
no,
hurt.
that's not cutting it. That's not cutting it. I'm sorry. You got to be able to live your life, Mike. And, we're doing things to be safe. I've already told you 2 things we're doing. And I don't know what else these guys want because, I'm not going to stop living.
All right, Mike. Thank you. So I thank you for being so open and let me grill you there for a little bit. I know it was a little hard on you. Let's get back to the
No,
football
no.
stuff.
Yeah, of
Let's
course.
talk about Ryan Tannehill. I mean, this guy, you got him off the
Oh,
garbage heap, and
oh,
he's been absolutely amazing for you guys.
oh yeah. He's a gamer. That guy.
What did you see in him like when he was in Miami? Like, were you like, this guy's a stud when everyone was being like, he's a dud? Like,
Uh, wasn't that clear cut, I guess. We just thought that he would give us, a good opportunities, an accurate quarterback, and with the defense that we have, we felt that he gave us a great opportunity to win games and go out there and play our game as well. So
and you guys, they have to play your game.
we have to, Mike, that's one of the most important things is we have to be able to go out there and play our game, because if we can't, then we wouldn't be 3-0 right now.
Right.
You know?
You could be 4-0 if you guys would just listen to the COVID stuff, but here or there,
All right,
might
all
have to
right, I
forfeit.
got you. Yeah, 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 yeah. But Ryan Tannehill, we took a chance with him because we had Marcus Mariota. We drafted him. We had, we don't want that. That old sunk cost fallacy.
Yes.
We don't want to give into that because that's not what winners do.
Mike, it looks like you're melting a little bit. I don't know if you have to go at all.
I gotta go. I'm feeling not great. So I'll talk to you later, all right?
Thanks a lot, Mike. That's Mike COVID Vrabel. Hell of a guy. Um,
The
I'm
COVID
pretty
kid, they call him.
impressed. The COVID kid, I'm pretty impressed that he came on the show and actually had a conversation with us. It takes balls. It takes balls because I grilled him. I grilled him hard.
Yeah, you were very hard on him, and he's a tough guy. He could probably beat the shit out of you. So
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think you stood up pretty well for yourself. And I thought that his reasoning wasn't the best, but I don't think he's a bad guy. I think he just might not really know that much outside of football, to be honest.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he goes out there and he plays his game, and that's about it.
Yeah. And he gives 100%, if not 110. So
Right.
that's what you really want from your coach.
Hopefully, he could be a little bit more COVID conscious in the future, but c'est la vie.
Right. C'est la vie. I was wondering if you would want to talk about, the next Bears game.
Yeah, let's get into it. I'm excited.
Preview it a little bit.
Yes.
So the Chicago Bears are going to be playing the Carolina Panthers. We'll be full transparency. We're doing this on a Sunday, and we don't know what happened in the Panthers game yet, but I can tell you that I'm confident that the Bears will win this one. I don't know if they're going to be any better offensively. Time will tell. A lot of times with this Matt Nagy run team, after you have these bye weeks and mini bye weeks, the team performs worse somehow. And I don't know why that is. They seem like less prepared. So, I hope they can turn that around. I just don't think Panthers are a great team, especially without Christian McCaffrey. Mike, what do you think?
Yeah, they're well, it's weird because Mike Davis is still tearing it up at running back, so makes you wonder. And Mike Davis, former
He was
Bears running
god
back.
awful here.
Yeah, but was that him or was that Matt Nagy's fault? So you have to ask yourself those kinds of questions.
You also have to wonder if it's that offensive line is just, really
and now
good at
James
run
Daniels
blocking.
going down. Is he done for the year?
He is. He tore the old peccaroony.
Oof. Not the little steroids can't help. Get him
Yep.
right.
Yeah. If he was tougher, he'd probably do that. But we have Alex Bars, who, he would have been a higher draft pick had he not got hurt his senior year. He's from Notre
So
Dame. He could be, I
he
think
could
it
be the
could be
one.
a blessing in disguise because
Oof.
his run
Love it.
blocking is his strength, and that's
Okay.
kind of what we need right now. So we'll see. It's a bold claim because James Daniels is good,
Yeah.
but I'm optimistic.
As long as Christian McCaffrey does not play, I'm very excited for this game because we have a chance to be the most fraudulent 5-1 team I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, baby.
And I'm excited for it because just get to the playoffs. That's how I feel. And then
A
anything
win
can
is a
happen.
win. I don't care how you get it at this point. I've seen the Bears be so terrible for so long. I just want to see wins at this point.
Amen, brother. I think Teddy Bridgewater isn't phenomenal, but he did tear us up last year.
He did. He's accurate, and that can be
We need to
troublesome
put
for
pressure
our
on him.
team.
This defense is
And he's mobile.
starting to come on. Would you agree with that? Defense is
Yeah, they're
coming on.
starting to get to the quarterback and put pressure. And once we do that, that's when the turnovers come.
How you liking Robert Quinn so far?
He's okay. I don't love him. He gets pressure, but he doesn't really get sacks, but he's always kind of like pushing the tackle back into the quarterback, which I guess is good. I just wish we had someone at that other defensive tackle position to really clog up everything. And then, no, the quarterbacks couldn't escape, But I
It's
feel like
Eddie
there's
Goldman's
always,
fault.
yeah, he's out there being safe. What a jerk.
What a jerk indeed. I think they can win this game. I don't know how, because every week it's a brand new surprise. But I feel
Right.
like we'll get another 13-14 win somehow, some way.
You think 13 or 14 wins?
No, I mean like
That's...
as in the score 13-14.
Oh, got you. Yeah. Yeah, I will say it's going to be like 21-10.
You think Bears win?
I think Bears. A lot of teams can drive on the Bears, but when they get in the red zone, they really clamp down. And I think
Clamp them up.
we'll put the clamps on them, and we will stop them from scoring. And I think they'll win. I think they'll get a defensive touchdown as well.
Oof, I'm loving what I'm hearing. It's music to my ears.
And do you think the Panthers will beat the Falcons this week?
Not without Julio and Calvin Ridley. Julio's out. I don't know about Calvin. Is he out?
I think he's playing. Julio is inactive.
So the Falcons are up 7-3 right now. Things are looking good.
Right. So they're up early. As you know, the Falcons like to give up leads, so that might mean they win.
Oh, yeah. No, they're going to lose. This is one of the worst teams I've ever seen. I mean,
the Falcons?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Their offense is good, but they just kind of like don't know how to win. They just kind of freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
And we have a guest that would be interested in talking another NFC South team because he'll be commentating on the game this Monday. So
loving it.
We have Chris Collinsworth coming up.
Oh no. The Chris Collinsworth, longtime friend on the show. We used to do a podcast called Sportsman. Chris was on the podcast all the time.
Hey, Mike, how's it going?
Chris, long time no see.
Can you hear me okay?
Oh, yeah.
All right, great. My daughter took my earpod, so I got to use the old wired ones.
Nice.
How you
Chris,
doing, Mike?
man, it's been a while. How you been, man?
I'm doing great, man. I love the new podcast. It looks awesome.
Oh, thank you.
You know, I always regretted the old one. I couldn't be on video, so this one's great.
Yeah, I'm excited for it too. It's another perspective, if you will.
Oh, for sure. So, you want to talk a little MNF?
And
Well, Monday Night Football?
Monday Night Football. Yeah, let's get into it. What did you see from the Bears that you loved?
No. I'm talking Saints. Monday Night Football, Mike. You're thinking Thursday Night Football, but it's all right. It's all right. No, it's fine.
Are you not like legally allowed to talk about any other day of the week?
It's not necessarily that. I just don't want to get in trouble. You know, there's bigger things out there than you and I, and we just don't want to get in trouble. That's all I'm saying.
All right, let's stick to the.
I love football. I love other days of the week, but let's just keep it to Monday nights.
You're right. I'm so sorry, Chris. I want to put you in a little kerfuffle.
Totally fine.
Let's talk about the Saints game.
Yeah. So we got Saints Chargers. There's this guy. You might have heard of him, called Drew Brees. This guy, I'll tell you what, he can put a football in, a small keyhole. And not a lot of guys can do that.
Yes, he can. Yes, he can, Chris. Preach. Just get into it, brother.
And there's another guy out there, Michael Thomas. This guy, he can catch anything. I tell you, my daughter, sometimes she throws one of her art sponges at me, and I'm like, whoa, But and I don't catch it. But Mike Thomas, he would catch that thing, He
would. You're right. He would. He's got great hands. One of the best receivers in the NFL today.
Oh, without a doubt, Mike.
Chris, I'll fight you on
I'm glad you said today because, back in the 80s, I might have had a different opinion, but, there used to be a guy on the Bengals that wasn't too bad himself.
And
he played
that, Chris. You weren't anything special.
Excuse me. I was a great receiver out there. I just didn't get a lot of chances because of the color of my skin. But what I want to talk about tonight, tomorrow night.
Chris, you did have like 3 Pro Bowls, 1 first team All-Pro, 3 second team All-Pros.
Should have had double. Should have had double, but it's not bad, all things considered.
Well, with as many hits to the head as you have taken, I'm surprised you could talk as well as you do today.
Yeah, I got my bell rung quite a few times. And nowadays you can't do that, Mike, and God bless them out there, but
you played in a way harder NFL. I would argue.
100%. 100%. And these guys today, they go out there and play their game. Don't get me wrong, but they're not getting their bells rung twice, 3 times a quarter.
Their bell rung? This guy. This guy was.
Yeah. But, let's get back to the topic at hand. Of course, the Chargers Saints. And, there's another guy on the other side of the ball who can throw the ball himself. His name is Mr. Herbert.
Justin Herbert is
Justin Herbert. He is
excited about this kid.
And when Anthony Lynn was saying, I want my guy out there, Tyrod Taylor, whatever, it's like, why? He's not the future. This kid is. And
he is the future.
He could throw the ball through, a big keyhole.
Here's
he's not
the problem,
Drew Brees.
Chris. Here's the problem I have.
Uh-huh.
This Tyrod Taylor guy comes to your team with the idea that he's going to start. And then I don't want to say conspiracy theory. Okay.
Here we go.
But somebody comes and stabs him with a syringe in the heart, in the lungs.
Yeah.
Takes him out week 1. All right.
Yeah.
And now we got Justin Herbert era beginning, and Tyrod never even got a chance.
And
I think
so
there's
who was
something there, Chris. I think
and
there's
so
something there.
who do you think was the conspirator on that one? Do you think it was Herbert's? He had a coup or something going on, or what?
Yeah, I
I'm
think
just
it
trying
was
to understand
Herbert,
your point of view here, because
Herbert and Lynn. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot
so
going
you
on. There's a
think
lot of
Lynn is
money.
maybe like a double agent?
I mean, possibly.
Huh? Yeah, I hadn't thought of that. But Mike, what I'm here to do is not say whether or not a doctor, purposely put a syringe in someone's lung or not. But I will say, when I was playing, I saw Anthony Lynn. He was always in the medical office.
Weird.
Grabbing stuff.
Now, correct
Putting
me if
his
I'm wrong, but they used to call him Mr. Syringe, no?
yeah, they
For a
did,
bunch of
and
reasons.
yeah, for many reasons. We don't talk about that stuff
None to be
now.
discussed here. Of course,
Yeah,
not on camera.
back in the power era of the NFL, a lot of those guys were stronger than they are now, but we're
A
not
lot
going
more
to say,
aggressive.
yeah. Oh, you bet.
Lot,
And
lot more hair in odd places, if you will.
yeah, and a lot more bell ringing too, I felt like
Yes,
I
lots
was
of
in
bell.
church sometimes with all the bells I was hearing.
I bet. I bet. I'm surprised you could look at me straight. I mean,
I really can't. You can see my eyes are kind of darting all over the place, and that's fine. I deal
hey,
with this stuff every day.
I'm glad you're still
My
here
wife is the
kicking
one
it
who really
around.
deals with it. What's
Hey,
that?
for 61, you look great, Chris.
Thanks, Mike. It's not easy. I try to take care of myself. I do Herbalife every day.
Nice.
I'm doing what I can to stay healthy. Uh, and you know why? Because I love Monday Night Football, and I want to keep doing games for as long as I gosh darn can.
Yeah, Chris, preach, brother. One of the best in the game. One of my favorites to listen to,
And
on and off the field.
thank you, Mike. Me and Al Michaels, we've had our rough spots, but for the most part, we're good with each other. And I think, whatever he did with my wife or whatever in the past is over, and we're in great terms now, and we're just we're going out there and we're calling our game.
That's good to hear, Chris. I don't know if I want to get into that. That's between you and Al and your wife,
Yeah.
apparently.
I thought that was common knowledge, but I guess you know, whatever Al does, he can do whatever he wants. It's old Chris that gets in trouble if he wants to,
Uh, Al's got to play
say
his game.
something off color. Yeah.
Al's just got to. He's got to go out there. He's got to play his
He
game.
has to, Mike, and that's why I appreciate him. He's like 80 years old, but he doesn't look too bad for his age, Uh, obviously, he doesn't take care of himself as well as I do. But if that's all we have, let me know. Do you want a
Chris, thank you
prediction?
Let's get a prediction for this Monday night. Saints Chargers. Who you got?
Yeah. Mike, it's gonna be a tough one for both sides, I think. The Saints, their defense isn't as good as it should be this year.
Right.
But also, Drew Brees has not been as good as he has been in the past. And I think this game is going to rely, if Michael Thomas plays, they're going to win. If he doesn't play, they're going to lose.
Big if.
And so I'm leaning towards him not playing. And for that reason, I'm going to say Chargers 36, Saints 31, with a big upset down there in the old Nolans.
Wow, you heard it here first, folks. The Colinsworth has said it, and it shall be done. That's how I look at your predictions.
Mike, let me hear your prediction, and then I'm gonna head out.
We're gonna go Saints on this one. I like Justin Herbert. I just think he's young, and they're gonna look for his holes in his game. I think there are some. He's a rookie. He's not
Yes.
Jesus. and they're going to exploit that. And I
He's
think
not
the Saints
Breezes
defense
either,
is
Mike.
still legit. He's not Breezes. Never will be.
No, he won't. He will not.
And I see the Saints 42-37. Go Saints.
Wow.
Nolans.
Go Saints. All right, Mike. I love the new podcast. Let me know if you guys want me on again, or if you want to L Michaels or anything like that. I could set you up. I'll talk to you
Thank
later.
you so much, Chris.
Love you. Bye.
And that was Chris Collinsworth, one of my favorite announcers in the game today. Hell of a guy too.
One of the best to ever do it.
He'll share everything with you. I mean, anything.
Yeah,
and
you almost have
everything.
to protect him because he'll just
So
start
giving.
go into his personal life, and
He's
he
like the
almost doesn't
Giving
have a
Tree.
filter.
Have you read that book, Eric? The Giving Tree.
I'm familiar with the book. I don't know if I've personally read it, but I'm familiar with the
Children's book.
concept. Yeah, I know.
You give and you give and you give, and all you're left with at the end is a
And
stump.
then, yeah,
And even then,
and that's kind of like a dark story for children, even. But it teaches them a valuable lesson.
I would argue it's what made me who I am today.
I was more into the Little Critters series of books, but I'm sure that one was good too.
Love Little Critters. Scary stuff.
Yeah, Monster Mama. Shout out.
Eric, let's get into your predictions for this upcoming week.
Let's go through them. What do we got?
What are we seeing with the Bears? Are we gonna make it to the other side of this one? Are they gonna be able to beat the Panthers?
I believe I already gave my prediction on this one, but
Has it changed since then and now?
I'm gonna say 21-11 because I think they're gonna get one more point than I previously thought. How about you, Mike?
I'm gonna stay with what I said earlier,
which is
14-13. 14-13.
Great.
We never went over the baseball playoffs.
Baseball?
The Cubbies and the Sox got knocked out fairly quickly. Did we talk about that?
We touched on it. It was heartbreaking. It's hard for me to, I used to feel very close with the Cubs, and these last few years they really let me down. And they gave me the World Series, so I can't complain. But they just, I hate to say it, and you may disagree, but they might just need to blow it all up and restart.
I don't know how they're going to. I mean, Ricketts is out of money. He said it countless times. Poor guy.
He's
the poorest rich guy I know.
Yeah. He's, God bless him. I wish I could donate, whatever I have to him because he's struggling. That field is empty. He probably doesn't know he's going to pay his rent. So
who knows how? I mean, times are hard.
All the more reason to get rid of those big contracts and blow it all up. And for the White Sox, I think, they're trending upward.
If they want to trade us back Eloy Jimenez, I would, begrudgingly take it.
That'd be fine. And if the Yankees want to trade us back, Gleyber Torres, that would be cool too. And Mike, how about those NBA finals? Who do you got? We got the Los Angeles Lakers up 3-2 on our old pal Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butts, man, killing it. I'm like, it's crazy how long his career has been, and he's still kicking ass and taking names. So I'm kind of rooting for the Heat. I don't know how much they have left in the gas tank because they're a smaller squad. I think the Lakers, unfortunately, will probably come back with the terror next game. But I really like this Tyler Hero kid. I mean, he's slick.
He's very slick. He's raining threes on you all night. I love watching Jimmy Butler because it's like, watching your son. The Bulls kind of raised him and he flourished into a superstar. And now, look at him. He's in the finals. you know?
It makes you sad because it's like, had they just built around this guy, what could have been? I mean, how many years has he been rocking and rolling? And I mean, the short-sightedness of this Bulls organization to not be able to, do
It
anything with
was
a guy like
idiotic.
that. It was terrible. I mean,
And, you know,
had Derrick Rose stayed healthy, I mean, can you imagine the squad they would have been able to put together? It hurts.
it's
It
a
hurts me.
shame. It's a shame. But I think had they kept him, they would have been good enough to not ever fire Garpax, and they would have just still been terrible. So it's kind of a silver lining. But
I guess.
I miss him.
I miss him too.
I miss the old boys.
What could have been?
Yes. But, you know,
Well, so who do you got? You got the Lakers or the Heat?
I would say I'm going to go with the Lakers because, you know, they have LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and all they have to really do is just like play for half the game and then they'll win. Because they're just two of the best players in basketball, and I don't know how you can stop them.
Right.
You can get a couple games here and there, but I don't think the talent is close.
Not even remotely. But it's fun to watch nonetheless.
It's fun to watch.
The Heat. I got the Lakers, sorry.
I got
as well.
Lakers winning the next one and game 6. It is weird to see that there's no fans though, because it's like it seems like it wouldn't be that like mentally it wouldn't be as crazy without fans.
Yeah, it's kind of
But
funny
it's
to
still the
watch the
finals.
games because it's more like watching a video game with all the lights and techno music and what have you.
Yeah, it's kind of
very weird.
stupid.
It's very stupid. I'm looking forward to them going back to fans. Hopefully that's a thing that comes back.
Yes. Hopefully
'Cause,
next season.
even when you see them celebrate and stuff, it's kind of funny because they don't even seem like excited at all. And it's like everything's subdued.
It's like a rec league game.
Yeah, exactly.
So
It's like 'cause it's not even real basketball. There's no
feels
pressure.
like it won't mean as much, but hopefully it does. But
I'm not
only
a
if
big
the Heat
Lakers
win.
fan, so I don't mind.
Yeah, I don't
the,
really give a shit about the
asterisk.
Lakers.
They got too many damn championships as it is.
Yeah, and LeBron is he's just so good. It's annoying.
Yeah.
All right, Mike. Well, I think that's going to do it for us here
It's
at
gonna do it for you, Eric. I'm gonna keep going on this one. That's gonna do it for us, guys. Here at
Unless you had something
Real.
else, Mike.
I got nothing, Eric.
All right. That's going to do it for us here at
Real,
Deep
fake.
Sports.
Lyrics are my passion. That's why my songs are passionate. Ain't talking shit or stacking it. These words are often accurate. I've been sitting back a bit, sharpening my arrow tip. Made some good dinero for the son of an immigrant. Now I got some benefits. Nowadays it's hit or miss. Sometimes I make the beat so sick that I can't even spit to it. Coronavirus, stay inside, produced an album thanks to it. I ain't on that gangster shit. I rhyme about the pain from it. How the struggle makes you hard, hateful and disdainful, which is by design to keep them down. Hard to break the cycle with.